have a look. Hello, it's the 7th of December. New Year is coming, and I have a few questions. Like, have you brought your essay, like Diana and some other people did, Sasha as well, and those who sent in the chat? Thank you very much. Where is the essay? And just overall, like, how are you, Tanya? What? What's wrong with you?
I forgot. I'm
You
sorry.
forgot what?
About essay.
And
Maybe I'll do it till Sunday.
maybe.
Yes.
Do you want to promise me?
I'm not sure because I'm not sure I will have time.
Really? What if I tell you that you have to?
So I'll try to do it.
Okay, you want to promise me you're going to do it?
Okay.
Look me in the eyes and
I
tell
have
me,
to make a reminder.
I promise I'm going to write you about my trip.
Tatiana, I promise you I'm gonna write you about my trip.
All right, thank you very much. How are you? Like, what's going on? How's life? How's school? How's everything?
Good.
Same.
Good.
Nothing really much to share. These teenagers are so unwilling to speak.
I can share something.
Tell me, please, how are you?
So at school, the organizer that the woman that doing these things, something like theater and all the
Events?
yeah, doing school events, and she invited me to school theater. I don't know. And I am Koshey Бессмертный. And I need to learn the text, and at the end of this четверть, my brain doesn't work.
The end of what?
In the end of term, yes.
Yeah, you would call it, yeah, a quarter, because terms are like 3 in a year. We call it a quarter. At the end of the quarter.
At the end of the quarter, I need to be Koshey Бессмертный.
Play the role of Koshey Бессмертный. There's not even a word for that, I think, in English. Yeah, it's just like a Russian character. That's fine. Lovely. Thank you. Essay. What is your essay?
Mine? I'm also promised to write an essay. I'll do it after this lesson.
Fantastic. Yeah, I like the promise. Diana, how are you?
Good.
What's going on in school? Any good news from the school or bad news? How are you feeling?
Tired.
Your mom said you were at some competitions or something?
Yes.
What is
Football. Football.
Huh?
Football.
Football. You're going to speak with me with one-word
Yeah.
sentences? Oh, look who's here.
No, maybe.
So can you just like make a sentence at least?
I was on football competitions.
Ooh.
I was again
on football competition.
On football competition. And here this sounds a little bit not English. Let's help everybody to Diana to say it like in English way. You can't say I was in competitions. Я была на соревнованиях or on competitions, because this is exactly the way you say it in Russian. If you want to sound English, it should sound different. How? Hey, English learners, give me an idea of how to say я была на соревнованиях.
I was
At competitions.
Sasha?
Maybe I have competitions, or just I was at competitions.
I was at competitions. Tanya, what is your idea?
I think I was Or I had competitions.
I was visiting, maybe.
Vanya, what was your idea? Я была на соревнованиях. Like you need to pass the concept, all right? Express yourself in English, and it should sound English. It's not just translation from Russian into English.
I was in competition.
I was in competition.
On.
This is just on competition. This is what Diana said, and what I said should be changed.
I was on the competition.
Maybe I had competition.
I had competitions. Oh, maybe Katya knows. Katya, how do you say in Russian, in English? Я была на соревнованиях.
I was in a competition.
What preposition do you use?
On.
I was on competition.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It doesn't sound English to me. Like
At.
if a Russian-speaking person is translating word by word.
Maybe I was competitive, something like this.
I was competing.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, competition or competitions.
Competition.
Competition.
All right. You say in Russian на соревнованиях. We call them соревнования in the plural. And you transfer that grammar from Russian into English and you call them, for some reason, competitions, but they're not competitions. It was a competition, right? Соревнование. It was like an event. Right, Diana?
No, it was a few games.
Yeah, it was a few games, but the competition was like a single event.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, we call them соревнования. Я был на соревнованиях. It's like it's normal for us, for the Russian language, to use it like that. Analyzing this word, I would just turn to context reversal straight away to see how it's used in real context. Look, there is fierce competition, plural or singular?
Singular.
Singular. It's used in the singular, yeah? International sports competition is also highly politicized. Singular. During the competition. So Eurovision rules prohibit political messages during the competition. Во время
Always
конкурса,
singular.
во время соревнования. Again, singular. It's everywhere in the singular. Every competition, reduced competition, political competition. Very nice. Oh my God.
You know how cheap it is?
Okay.
Is it my book?
Really?
Yeah. It's
Let's discuss this later, okay? At competition or in competition or on competition. Can you see my screen?
I think at.
Yes.
I think different.
At.
How do you spell? How do you drink? What is the point of competition? Our experts in a competition vs at a competition. One of our experts will correct you English. Yeah, there is some answer here. На соревнованиях что-то произошло. And again, we call it in a singular. In a competition, at a competition. Some experts from the web know that I couldn't hold my own in a competition like that. He spotted Matty at a competition, like at an event. Yeah, and this is in a competition в конкурсе, в соревновании. А здесь at a competition, на этом событии. It's like at a party. At least it will be when I land it in a competition. He won tickets in a competition, в конкурсе, выиграл. But at a competition during freshman year, на соревнованиях. So when you participate, it's kind of in a competition. When stated as a place, as an event, it was at a competition. But, my dear, if I was Diana and I was sharing with you my event, I would say I was taking part in a football competition. And I would avoid the in and at directly. And that would sound really English. I was taking part. Я принимала участие. Because if you were at a competition, you could be a spectator. You could be anybody. You could be an organizer. By the way, Zahar, not organizator, but organizer. Yeah, the person who organizes, like in Russian. So in English way of saying that would be I took part or I was taking part in a football competition that took place in this or that city, blah, blah, blah. Remember our conversation last time? I said, if you're watching any films or videos in English or movies and you pick up some phrases, you share them. Remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has anybody got an example to share? Nothing?
I was understanding everything.
Got my mind set on.
I have one.
Good, Tanya, what is it?
Broad shoulders.
Broad-shouldered. Lovely. Can you guys suggest a Russian equivalent for broad-shouldered?
And I have another one.
This Tanya, broad-shouldered, like this? Is it an adjective?
Yes.
You guys suggest a Russian equivalent for that?
Широкоплечий.
Is this what you meant, Tanya?
Yeah.
Describing a person, he could be broad-shouldered. It's just like a compound adjective. Not much of a phrase, but a word. What else, Tanya?
Як самоз'ям.
Is it English or Russian you're just speaking?
English. I can
Yeah.
write it in the chat.
Yeah, please. But maybe you suggest like a Russian equivalent and everybody tries to guess. I didn't really get the phrase that you said. Ivan, where are you? Yak someone's yum. Oh my God, I didn't know this one. What is it?
You can guess.
It's something about eating, appetites, some food.
Like not. It can be in a lot of ways.
Context. That sounds a little bit dirty to me. What was that about? Anybody has an idea what that phrase means?
Maybe угодить чему-то вкусу.
Interesting.
But як is like
Unpleasant.
yeah, like for or something like that.
Испортить аппетит?
No.
Yeah, like yak is an unpleasant taste, yum is pleasant taste. So if you yak someone's yum, you do something bad to somebody's good. Is that right, Tanya? Is it something about that?
Can you repeat?
You do something bad to somebody's good.
Like almost like it's usually when, for example, you don't like something and other people like it, and if you say, for example, like I don't like fish and someone likes it, and you start hating fish, and they say like don't yak my yum.
Don't yak. Не порти аппетит?
No.
Don't
It's
say
like
badly about things that I like.
yes, but not porti appetit.
It can be not about appetite, only it can be about anything else, right?
Yes.
All right, this is what I found. I've been Googling this already. To yak someone's yums, third person singular simple present, yak someone's yum. To disparage someone's tastes or preferences. Now, there's another word to disparage. And disparage would mean something like to dishonor, to ridicule, mock, высмеивать. Yeah, that's a good meaning. To disparage someone's tastes or preferences. All right, that's a very nice one. Thank you, Tanya. That's a good expression. Leave it in the chat. All right, for us all to for us all to remember. Okay, let's focus on the test. Who has been able to do test number 4?
I wasn't because
I have done only three exercises.
Diana?
Yeah, also.
Good. All,
Not all, but the biggest part.
all right, most of it. Okay, let's look at it together. So, Zahar, can you start reading this, please?
Yes. At the airport, we checked in and went straight to the departure lounge to wait for our flight to be called. We've been waiting there for a half an hour or so, but no announcement was made.
Was made? So, you suggest had been waiting?
Mm-hmm.
Reactions?
I think
Maybe
it's-
have been waiting, but oh no,
I think or had been waiting,
Stop it.
had been waiting. Yes.
or were waiting.
Mm-hmm. What is the story in the present, past, or future?
Past.
Fast.
It's a story in the past, obviously. At the airport, we checked in and went straight to lunch to wait for our flight. So it's a story, okay? Somebody tells a story. Мы прождали полчаса, но никто ничего не объявил. When you use past perfect continuous, you have to state like there is a process that was interrupted, or like there has to be sense in the process. Is it important that it was a process? Мы прождали полчаса. Or is it just a fact?
Fact.
Fact. Oh no, that's process.
It was a process.
Good.
So-
Think about it, guys, because if it's important, if it's a process, you keep past perfect continuous. If it's just a fact, мы прождали полчаса, тролливали, it's a past simple. Everybody, what do you think? Tanya?
I think it's past continuous.
Past continuous, we're waiting.
Yes.
So if you state it's a past continuous, something had to happen within that moment. It had to be an interrupted process or parallel process with something like. We were waiting there for half an hour, but no announcement. Why were you waiting? Like, again, you're stating the process. We were waiting there for half an hour. I want you to kind of
So
go into these tenses so that you learn to understand why English people use all these tenses, for what situations. Diana, what do you think?
Maybe have been waiting.
Have been, present perfect continuous.
Maybe.
You think have been waiting this?
I
Huh?
don't know. Or have or had been.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Katya, what do you think?
I think it's past perfect continuous because they had been waiting for half an hour and like after that, like during this period of time, no announcements wasn't made.
Sasha, what do you think?
I absolutely believe in that it had been waiting because it's process which happened
Before another past
previous
event.
than past.
That's right. Which happened before another past event, before no announcement was made. Vanya, what do you think?
The same. They had been waiting because it's past perfect. Something was before something also in the past.
Okay, so once again, if it's important that it was a process that happened for some time, we stick to had been having. And of course, had, Diana, it should be had been having, because we speak the whole story in the past. It's the past. And it's not just the process, Tanya, that just like at that moment we were having. There is for that tells us that it should be perfect continuous.
Tanya thinks.
Ладно, потом. Back to life. Hello.
Hello again.
Are you with me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Let me know.
Yes.
Not really. I can't see the thumbs up. Okay, Diana's reacting, Zahar's reacting. All right. So once again, if my screen is loading, if there is a process, it's continuous. If it's a fact, it's simple. And do you know what the keys of the book say? The keys say you can have two variants here. It can be had been waiting, or it can be waited. Now, how do we understand? Is it had been waiting or is it waited? How shall we decide?
So we put here the past perfect, and here just present.
No announcement was made. No announcement was made. This is like past simple. You know what, guys? To decide whether this is past perfect continuous or whether this is past simple, you decide what's important for you. Do you want to say it was a fact? Or do you want the listener feel the process of half-hour waiting? You see? It's just the way you state it. It's just the way you want to pass your message. Okay, if it's a test and you have to write a correct variant, you should be guided by reasons. There is a reason. There's for half an hour, it's a past event, but you can always prove your way of thinking if you understand how this really works in the English language. So both are okay, had been waiting and waited, but no announcement was made. Let's continue with Sasha.
Okay. At the information desk, we told that our plane hasn't arrived yet.
Everybody agrees?
No, we were told and hadn't arrived.
Sasha hadn't arrived, you said?
We were.
Yes.
So, Sasha, if you say we told, мы сказали, что мы сказали кому?
We were told.
Yeah, now you see at this point, they want you to feel the passive voice as well, not only active voice, but the passive. Не мы сказали, а нам сказали, we were told. It's past simple passive, okay? Past simple passive. We were told, нам сказали, нам сообщили. We were told that our plane еще не приехал до того, that our plane hadn't arrived yet. This is correct. Then we go with Tanya.
Then there came another announcement telling us that the passengers who had been waiting for flight LS 108 could collect a free meal voucher as our plane. Like, I don't know, either was delayed or delayed for technical problems.
Yeah, passive. Yeah, because somebody delays the plane. The whole plane was delayed.
Yeah, you fixed it.
So then there came an announcement. This is right, telling us that the passengers who had been waiting and they stopped waiting.
No.
I don't know, either had been waiting or were waiting.
If they had been waiting, so it was a process that was interrupted by something, or had it happened for some time.
By announcement. It was interrupted by announcement.
Has the waiting stopped at that moment? Did the waiting stop at that moment?
No, they still continue.
They continued waiting. So the announcement about the food came in the middle of waiting. And that is why, Tanya, we use
Were waiting.
past continuous, correct. Does everybody understand this?
Yes.
Yeah, so it was the passengers who were waiting at that moment when the announcement came. This should be the right way to say. that the passengers who were waiting for flight LS 108 could collect a free meal voucher as our plane was delayed for technical problems. Any other ideas here for delayed?
Delayed.
It was delayed.
Honestly, I like was delayed. It sounds okay to me, but this book once from you had been delayed. Потому что его уже задержали по техническим причинам, и его задержали до того, как сообщили. Okay, kind of. So just for you to get the idea. I know it's complicated, but if it's complicated now, it will be easier later. So don't worry. Eat, Diana.
It was late in the evening before we were informed that we will spend the night in a hotel at the airline's expense.
Before we were informed that we
Will spend?
will spend the night in a hotel at the airline's expense. It was late. Agreed?
I
Yeah.
don't know. If
Yes.
it was
Yes.
Before we were informed. Agreed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. That we will spend. Agreed?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Why not?
Well, because it's not. It was in the past. We would spend.
Exactly, Vanya. So because all the story is in the past, was, were, delayed, blah, 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 but all the story happens in the past, Diana. For this reason, we cannot use the future when we tell the story in the past. In this case, will changes into
Would.
would, exactly. So it's just the same, but you don't say will, you say would instead of will, that we would spend the night in a hotel at the airline's expense. Katya, continue, please.
The next morning, we reported back to the airport. Guess what happened when we were asleep? Our plane took off, leaving us behind. All the passengers.
So when we were asleep, let's fix this one. The next morning, we reported back to the hotel. Why reported? We reported back to the hotel. No, we reported. Okay, that's fine. Because it's just like the next part
I
of the
think we
story.
reported like port. Перенаправленный обратно.
No, we reported. To report. Report is like generally сообщить. I don't know why they use this report. Does it have any other meaning except for this report?
You're not right.
Report something like доложить, докладывать, сообщаться, отчитывать. It doesn't fit.
It has вернулись.
Сообщить.
Has the meaning of вернуть?
Явиться.
Yes.
Явиться. Отчитаться, явиться. Мы явились в аэропорт. Донесить. Являться.
I think they were on some bus, so they didn't come by themselves.
Явиться. Мы заявились. We reported back to the airport. Guess what happened when we were asleep? Does everybody agree with this?
I think we were asleep. No, it's not correct.
Why?
I don't know. Because it's when, it's not while.
But it's to be asleep. It's the verb to be. You
So
can say
it's
when we were
not-
sleeping, yes, but this is to be asleep. It's fine, Katya. When we were asleep.
Yeah.
The only thing that you could doubt about, you could probably say what had happened when we were asleep, but not necessarily. You can say had happened, or you can say happened in both ways. Гадайте, что случилось до того, как мы спали. What had happened до той ситуации, but not necessarily. You don't really need this had, so I take it in brackets. One more sentence, Katya. Our plane
had took off, leaving us behind.
What is the third form of take?
Taken.
Taken. And here is when past perfect is super important to understand the story. The plane had taken off, leaving us behind. Улетел до этого. Had taken off. Okay, so here, past perfect, must be. Okay, you cannot get away from that. It should be had taken. Let's continue with Vanya.
All the passengers woke up to catch the plane, but for some reason or other we forgot.
But for some reason or other we forgot. Can you translate the sentence into Russian, please?
Все пассажиры проснулись, чтобы поймать самолет, но по какой-то или иной причине мы все забыли.
Вы забыли. This story kind of loses sense at some point.
Yeah, it's just like you woke up to for a plane
It's
and you forgot.
nonsense because it's the wrong choice of tenses. If you change something here,
We had
it will,
forgotten and woke up.
if you change something here, you will understand, and this story will make sense. Is it their fault that they did not get on that plane?
Again?
Like whose fault is this that these people missed the plane?
There. Stay your fault.
They just like forgot about their plane? Did
And
they know?
the plane.
Airport workers forgot about them, maybe.
How did they forget about them? They slept. Where did they sleep?
They spent the night in other hotel. As I
Which
understood.
hotel? In the night in the hotel at the airplane's expense. It's usually the hotel, airport hotel. They put people in, like there's usually a hotel next to the airport for events like this.
I have an idea.
Good.
Were forgotten.
Not that проснулись и забыли,
Oh,
but
yeah, you were forgotten.
нас забыли, нас не разбудили. Passive voice. So, Vanya, all other passengers,
Were forgotten.
the first wake up,
All the
catch the
passengers
plane.
woke up to catch a plane, but
woke up, проснулись сами, или их разбудили?
were woken up.
Were woken up. All other passengers were woken up to catch the plane. But for some reason or other, we don't know which, we were forgotten. А нас
Их
забыли.
разбудили, и они забыли.
We were
Но опять
forgotten.
все равно не сводится.
Why?
Их разбудили, чтобы они пошли на самолет.
А нас, we were forgotten. А нас забыли. Их разбудили, а нас по какой-то причине забыли. So it's not their fault.
Все понял.
Anya, what's the last tense?
I wrote had been feeling.
You can imagine how we
Or felt where
как мы себя чувствовали. Just let's analyze. At that moment, for some period of time, it's a fact, like, what is it? Представь, как мы себя чувствовали. You can write your answers in the chat, everybody, so I see your activity.
You wrote shouldered in our chat.
No.
Right.
Anya.
Anya.
Well, Sasha thinks well.
So I feel.
You say felt?
Yeah, it says felt.
Am I correct?
I see. Anya, do you have an idea? Can you hear me?
yes, I hear, but maybe where I felt. I don't know.
Okay. One thing is we're feeling, other one is how we felt. Feeling is kind of usually a process thing. You describe feelings in the process. Can you imagine how we were feeling at that moment? But feel is such a verb that can also be used as a stative, how I felt. что я почувствовал в тот момент. So both of these are fine. Okay, good. I like your brain must be boiling. So Vanis, put away your phone now before I get crazy over this, okay? Thank you so much. Next time, I take it from you. Complete the second sentence using the word given so that it has a similar meaning to the first sentence. Don't change the words given. He has never eaten papaya before. Sasha.
It's the first time it's the first time I've eaten papaya.
He.
We said
It's about
he
he.
at the same time.
He has eaten papaya.
It's the first time, guys. He has
He
eaten.
has
Present
eaten
perfect.
papaya.
We use present perfect in situations like this. It's the first time something has happened. It's the first time he has eaten papaya. It should be present perfect. It's the second time I have done something. Okay, number 2, Zahar.
I was the only person who wanted to watch that program. There was no one with me.
There was no one.
I can see the continue of
Sorry.
there was no one with me
What is the word?
who want with who want
There's
wanted
no
to
one
watch the
who
program.
wants me.
There was no one, me, who wanted to watch the program.
There was no one with me.
With me, со
What?
мной. There was no one with me.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was the only person who wanted to watch the program. There was no one with me who wanted. Yeah, like sounds really lyrical, Zahar, which is grammatically correct. Yeah, we can keep with. Can you think of the word кроме меня?
Except me.
For me.
Except no one else. You could say no one else except me who wanted to watch the program. Okay, let's do the next one for Diana.
Let's visit the exhibition this afternoon. Why can't we go to the exhibition this afternoon?
Can't we go? Почему мы не можем пойти? And this has to be like, почему бы нам не пойти? What you said, Diana, sounds like, почему мы не можем пойти? Why can't we go? It's like, why can't you go? You can go. It should be something like, почему бы нам не пойти? Why? Why?
Don't
Have you heard we say why not go to? Have you heard this expression like why not do it? Why not go? Why not stay?
Can you say why don't we go?
You can say why don't we go? Почему бы нам не пойти? Why don't we go? Don't we go? Another way to say is why not go? And it's correct way to say it. Why not go? Why not stay? Can you suggest me something with why not? Everybody give me an example about like a real life. Why not? Why not do something?
Why not do an auto lesson next lesson?
Okay, Tanya, I will think about it. Any other suggestion?
Why don't we make the Secret Santa?
Why not?
Why not we make Secret Santa?
Why not organize a Secret Santa in the group? Okay, let's do so. Why not? Why not what?
Why not me doing these questions?
Why not? Make it correct sentence.
Why? It's
Why not verb?
why not doing me?
Why doing? Откуда doing?
Why not Why do I this question?
Why not let me take the next sentence? Why not let me do the next sentence?
All right.
Okay. Guys, when I ask you to give your personal examples, it boosts your brain to remember a phrase in your personal context. Please do it next time. Vanya, do number 4.
All right. Somebody has to pick up the visitors from the airport. So the visitors must be picked up from the airport.
Must be picked up.
Not must be, should be, because it has to be must.
You could keep the visitors have to be picked up, must be picked up from the airport. Okay, next for Diana, did I call you? Have I called you already?
I was.
Okay,
I
Diana,
read
number 5.
If I drink strong coffee at night, it keeps me awake. I have if I drink strong coffee at night, it prevents me from sleep.
Can you shrink the if I drink to one word?
Drink.
drinking strong
Yeah,
coffee.
the gerund. PTO.
Drinking strong coffee prevents me from sleep.
Drinking strong coffee at night prevents me from sleeping. Ta-ta-ta. Okay, Katya.
She is a very even-tempered person. She has a rarely temper.
Rarely is an adverb.
Yeah.
Наречие.
What is even-tempered?
Nothing here for some reason.
I'm doing it with.
Do, like if you have to keep your hands busy, keep them busy with a pencil. Katya.
What is even-tempered?
Even-tempered. Okay, temper is your temperament.
Is your word?
Is your character.
Yeah.
It's your in a state. So you can be high-tempered, you can be low-tempered, you can be even-tempered. So it's how you react to things. Emotions with a lot of emotions or little emotions. Even-tempered is like that. Even-tempered. It's like calm. It's calm. All right, there is an expression to lose temper when you stop being patient and when you go hysterical, you lose your temper, or when something happens and you react emotionally. This is called losing temper, when you lose your temper. Let's see if I Google this for images, what does it say? Lose temper.
Like,
They can see. They can see that.
When you lose temper, you go hysterical, you start being emotional. My computer doesn't load this. If you can Google lose temper for images, you may see. Oh yeah, coming. This is what losing temper looks like. Oh, you get the idea, right?
yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna copy this.
So, even-tempered is person who can control his emotions,
Yeah.
right?
Even-tempered is a person who does not go hysterical.
So she loses her temper really rarely. No,
She loses her temper.
loses temper. Rarely loses.
She
her
rarely loses her temper. Correct, Kate. She rarely loses her temper. Next for Anya.
Okay, you're supposed to take aspirins if there is nothing wrong with you.
You aren't supposed to take aspirins if there's nothing wrong with you. You
you are
Like, okay, you shouldn't take aspirins. You aren't supposed to take aspirins if, and you go with the word perfectly.
if you feel good
If,
or perfectly,
and perfectly. If you feel
perfectly.
perfectly good. If you feel perfectly all right. If you feel perfectly all right. Okay, Sasha, continue.
Okay, you shouldn't eat so many sweets. It will damage your teeth. Don't you realize that you have bad teeth, maybe?
That's for your teeth.
It's bad for your teeth.
Has-
What's bad for your teeth?
Bad for, sweets
I
bad
have-
for your
It
teeth.
has a bad influence on your teeth.
Yeah, to be bad for is the expression you should use here. Bad for, to be bad for something. Eating sweets is bad for your teeth, like the short way of saying this. Eating sweets is bad for your teeth. Is bad
Do
for
you
your
realize
teeth.
that eating sweets?
Do you realize eating
That.
sweets? Yeah, either comma or that eating sweets is bad for your teeth. Okay, let's continue with Zahar.
We went out for a walk in spite of heavy rain. We went out for a walk while
Oh, you have to use the word although.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and show me.
also. How to translate also? I forgot.
Okay, good question. Although, do you guys know this word although?
Yes.
What is it? Хотя.
We went for also. Oh, we went for a walk. Although the rain was hard. Although the rain was.
Zahar.
Although rain was hard.
Although is followed by a clause, like a sentence. Although
The rain was hard.
the rain was hard. Although the rain was hard. Yeah, it was raining hard. It would be like a better sentence looking shape. Although it was raining hard. Although the rain was hard. The rain is heavy. You don't say the rain is hard in English. In English, you call the rain heavy, тяжелый.
Mhm.
The rain was heavy. But when you have an adverb, hard, you say it's raining hard. It's raining hard. There was heavy rain.
Okay.
The rain was heavy, but it's raining hard.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, it was too scared to tell. Number 10 for Diana.
I was too scared to tell him what I really thought. I wasn't courage to tell him what I really
Courage
thought.
is a noun, Diana.
No, courage, it's храбрый? Yes.
No, it's not храбрый, it's a noun.
I was out courage.
What?
Храбрость?
Take courage.
I was out of courage.
I didn't have courage
Yes.
to tell him
How can
what
you
I
say
really
shorter? I didn't have courage. Say
I
shorter.
have no courage.
In the
I
past.
have no courage. I had no courage.
Yeah, had no courage. You can say didn't have courage, but had no courage is a shorter way to say. I was out of courage. You could say. Put it in
I didn't take courage.
What, Tanya?
I didn't take courage. Like this expression.
I didn't take courage to tell him. Не собрался духом, не взялся. Yeah, it could be, but a little bit of different meaning. Мне не хватило смелости или я не набрался смелости. Yeah, kind of, yeah, it's also good. Articles, put the articles and all prepositions. Please, let's begin with Tanya.
An elephant was lying heavily on its side, fast asleep.
Какой-то слон. Конкретный слон. An elephant. Любой слон. The elephant. Тот слон.
But it's the first time we hear about the elephant.
Yeah, the only difference is it's a subject of a sentence. You can say, I saw an elephant on the somewhere. I saw an elephant. But here, elephant is the subject, is подлежащее subject. So it begins the whole story. Какой-то слон лежал, или тот слон, конкретный слон, этот слон лежал.
So the elephant was lying heavily on its
Yes,
side.
guys, you know what? If you put like a word any or this, that should help you to select the article. In this case, it will be, you tell a story about an elephant, and it comes, see, I use it as an object. You tell a story about an elephant, but I say the word elephant is an object, как дополнение. But here it's a subject, подлежащее, so it starts the sentence. It's a difference. So the elephant was lying heavily, what did you say?
On its side.
On its side, fast asleep. What is fast asleep?
Like sleeping. Глубоко.
Быстро? What is
No,
fast asleep?
глубоко.
It's like not deep sleep.
It's
Крепко.
deep
No,
sleep.
крепко.
Крепко спал. So what fast asleep? And what else do we have today? The new thing is okay. Continue, Tanya.
A few dogs started barking on it.
To bark, лает на кого-то.
At,
Can you say shout? Не кричи на меня.
so bark at it.
Yeah. Can you say не кричи на меня?
Then shout at me.
At me, yeah? It's just like the same, but it's the dog shouting, okay? The people shout at each other. Parents shouted at their children. Teachers shouted at me. And the dog shouted at somebody. So it's like the same meaning. Thank you, Tanya. Let's continue with N. The elephant woke up. Anya.
What?
The elephant woke up. Are you following?
Yes.
Please continue.
The elephant woke up in the terrible fury.
In the terrible fury or in a terrible fury?
In the terrible.
In the,
It can
I
be
think.
What do you think?
Without an article.
In terrible fury.
in
В
terrible.
ярости. В ужасной
Yeah.
ярости.
Yeah, in terrible fury.
There should be an article. The or a.
There.
So,
В кошмаре проснулся. I woke up in a nightmare. He woke up in a terrible fury. This is kind of identifying of what kind of fury, terrible fury. So there's no, not конкретное, it's just like описание. It's a description of this fury, of the anger. Okay, Anya, continue. It chased.
It chased the dogs into the village where they ran safe.
Ради безопасности, для безопасности.
For safety.
For safety.
For safety, correct. За безопасностью. It chased the dogs into the village where they ran for safety. That's correct. Katya, continue.
that didn't stop the elephant. It destroyed dozen houses.
How many?
Dozen.
No article?
No.
And
Dozen, that's right, dozen.
Dozen.
So a
Dozen.
dozen, the dozen, or just dozen?
a dozen.
A dozen houses. Dozen is how many?
12.
12,
Yeah.
exactly. Around 12 houses. So a dozen houses and
injured several people. The villagers were scared and angry.
correct. The villagers, so mean the people of that village. The villagers were scared and angry. Okay. One more, Kate.
Then someone suggested calling Barbati an elephant tamer.
Yeah, Parabati. What's Parabati? Is it like a name or is it just like a profession?
A name.
Parabati, elephant tamer, укротитель слонов. So if it was like a specific person and everybody knew, it's the, or it's like one. If he was one of the kind, an elephant tamer, his job, he would be an N. Again, this article would be defined by the speaker. Like, do people that listen to you know this guy? Is it a specific person, like one of the kind, or is it one of the elephant tamers? Barbati. Barbati's father. It's a person, it's a specific person, it's a name. See, Barbati's father was legendary hunter.
The elephant tamer.
I would say the elephant tamer because in that village, an elephant tamer. Okay, if it was a doctor, someone suggested to call a doctor or the doctor. A doctor if there are several doctors, so one of the doctors to do the job. Then someone suggested to call Robert, a doctor. Robert, the doctor.
Robert. The Robert. No. The Robert sounds like.
So you see, if there is just like one elephant tamer in the surroundings and everybody knows this, it will be that. If there are a few people like that, it's like a doctor, it would be a. See, we cannot know because we don't know the story behind this. We don't know the context.
But we have the answers.
The answers give it N.
Yeah.
In the keys, they say N. It means that there wasn't just one elephant tamer. There were several, at least two.
But
And one
he
of them was Barbati.
It's right that he was.
Okay, Vanya, take turns.
Barbati's father was the legendary hunter. Was legend.
Тот самый легендарный охотник или один из?
Was a yeah, I think it was a.
A legendary был легендарным охотником, so nothing specific. He was a legendary hunter of tigers
And leopards.
leopards.
He taught Barbati to ride an elephant before she could even walk.
To ride an elephant before she could even walk. One more.
He also taught her how to catch and tame wild elephants. Barbati hasn't always lived in the jungle.
In the jungle, correct. Zahar, continue.
After happy childhood hunting with her father, she was
After,
sent
what did you say here?
nothing.
Nothing. This?
Yes. The happy childhood hunting with her father, she was sent to boarding school
She was sent
to
to boarding school.
in the city, but
Mhm.
Barbati never got used.
Excuse me, just one moment. Childhood. If we decide that there is no article, let's understand childhood. Is it countable or uncountable?
Uncountable.
Can we count childhoods?
No.
Детство, одно детство, два детства, три детства.
No.
У них было два разных детства. Why not? Neighborhood, childhood. It's countable.
Okay, so
Счастливое детство.
after
After
the
то самое детство или просто какое-то число?
The internet says it's uncountable.
Should be a. Who says uncountable?
okay.
Tanya.
Internet,
It says uncountable.
the internet says, yeah.
Childhood countable or uncountable. Good question. Childhood, the state or period of being a child. Uncountable. Those
Says both
childhood.
uncountable.
Countable, usually singular. So Longman Dictionary. Let's go to Longman Dictionary.
Like it says, in the first link it says uncountable, and on the second countable and uncountable.
Yeah, controversial. There's no 100% correct answer. My internet does not let me see the answer. So is it arguable, Tanya?
I can't say.
Yeah, it can be both. It can be countable and uncountable. Yeah, I was just trying to check this in a dictionary, but the computer. The noun childhood can be countable or uncountable. In more general, commonly used context, the plural form will also be childhood. However, in more specific contexts, the plural form can also be childhoods, like in reference to various types of childhoods or a collection of childhoods. So it can be both. После счастливого детства, after happy childhood, after a happy childhood. But it's just like asks to be here. There should be an article. I'd rather keep it here. So after a happy childhood, she was sent to boarding school. But Sasha,
But Pabati never got used to living there, and for some years she turned to her old life. Catching elephants is a real adventure for me. She says Pabati is such a fragile-looking woman, and her voice fragile-looking woman, and her voice so soft that you wouldn't think her capable to delay.
To be capable, there is one preposition. To be capable of dealing. Yeah. What are you capable of? I am capable of doing something. I'm capable of skiing.
Of dealing such huge.
After deal what? Of dealing? You mean deal
such huge animals.
What is in front of such?
With such huge.
Maybe nothing.
No, to deal. Имеет дело с чем-то. To deal.
Dealing with such huge animals.
Exactly, with such huge wild animals. Thank you. Katya.
But Tatiana, and in the 17th, isn't it after some years? Because for some years
she returned to her old life. Yeah, it makes sense to say after. But never got used to living there, and for some years. Yes, it should be after. Thank you for noticing. It should be after some years. She returned to her old life. После нескольких лет в интернате. That's correct. Thank you for spotting this. It's after. Katya, but Pabati doesn't catch animals.
Doesn't catch animals just for fun. My work, she says, it's to rescue men from elephants. Maybe.
To rescue a man from elephants.
And keep the elephants safe from men.
From the elephants, and to keep the elephants safe from men. Correct. That's the end. And this is exactly what Parabati has been doing for many years. Good. It's already 21:05. What do we have here in this exercise? Oh, this one is an interesting one. Yeah, can I keep you a little bit? Let's do fast. I'll make it small. Tanya.
If you decide to buy a pet, you should look out as much as possible about the pet. You
should look out.
Look out. Take out.
Look out is остерегаться.
Find out. Yes.
Find out. Выяснить. Разузнать. Выяснить. You should find out as much as possible about the pet you
pick.
You pick or take or choose.
What is the difference between pick and choose?
Like pick is
брать and choose is выбирать.
Yeah, no, pick one. So Katya, what is your idea?
Like you can pick a cat on the street, but you choose a cat.
You can choose.
Yeah, like you want a pet. Will you be picking a pet or choosing a pet?
Choosing.
Picking is like hope you take it, you pick it. You could pick like выбрать, pick one, выбери один, like press a button. Or like pick one sticker, выбери себе sticker. But if it comes to a pet, you don't pick a pet. It's too like light-minded. You're choosing, you're selecting it, okay? So it's the word choose should be here. You choose before choosing, before a pet you choose. Continue, Vanya.
Cats are easy to after and seems to be to look after.
To look after. Cats are easy to look after.
finds to be
And seem to be
independent.
independent. Cats seem to be independent. Okay. Diana.
If your cats find someone who,
Feeds, cares, looks,
I
loves.
don't know here, like cares or loves.
There is a preposition for, okay? If your cat finds someone who feeds for it, cares for it, looks for it, loves for it.
Looks for.
Ищет. Look for is искать.
Cares for.
Care for,
It's
заботиться о. If your cat finds someone who cares for it more than you do, it will change owners. So cats go to people who care for them more, who give them more food. But the preposition for makes you choose the cares for it more than you do. Okay, Anya, a small puppy,
You can say feeds more.
but тут for it.
A small puppy
Feeds it, but тут cares for it.
may
A small
a
puppy,
small puppy may look like suitable.
подходящий,
Suitable.
подходящий pet, like a suitable pet.
Yes.
Okay, Sasha.
So look like, but don't forget that it will grow.
It will grow, correct.
You may not be able to
Up with a very
be
large dog.
sleeping on your bed.
Sasha, you might not be able to. Up with a very large dog.
Feed up.
Feed up,
To live or
live up, stay up, live up, put
stay
up, feed up,
Put up.
put up.
put up with. What is this expression? To put up with something.
That
Смириться,
so-
совладать, да. To put
Yeah.
up with a very large dog that is too big for its. I have to move down, sorry.
You just put here.
Yeah, but it changes the to put up with a very large dog is too big for its what? Lodging, kennel, cupboard, box. Будка.
Lodging.
No. Собачья
Kennel.
будка. It's
Cub.
kennel. It's kennel.
Oh, yeah, I
Собачья
was
будка,
right.
kennel. For its kennel, and which relies, insists, carries, concentrates on sleeping on your bed.
Insist. Insist.
I think insist.
Настойчиво спит. Insist on sleeping on your bed. To insist on something, настаивать на чем-то. Insist on sleeping on your bed. Катя.
Nobody likes. Oh gosh, I don't know
Непослушный.
any of this words.
Disobey, disobeying, disobedient, disobeyed.
Disobeyed, I think.
A, B, C, D?
D.
No.
C.
Непослушный,
C.
прилагательное.
C.
Maybe
B.
C.
B.
Obedient, disobedient, непослушный, disobedient. Непослушная собака. Oh, what a disobedient dog. Next time you say to your dog, Katya, what a disobedient dog you are. Okay, perhaps this is why so many people go, prefer, decide, take in for birds and fish and pets.
Prefer. Oh no.
Prefer.
No.
There is
prefer
in preposition. Yeah,
yes.
prefer in, decide in, take in, go in.
Go away.
Go, yeah. Go in for birds and fish as pets. That's why many people go in for birds and fish as pets. It's like a phrasal verb. Yeah, these are very good verbs to know, by the way. Okay. Can we, to make it useful, read this just as text? And whoever's name I say, you continue. You have to remember the phrases. Zahar, if you go quickly.
If you decide to buy a pet, you should find out as much as possible about the pet you choose.
Ваня.
Cats are easy to look after and seems to be reliable. No, independent,
Independent.
but also need a company of people.
Таня.
If your cat finds someone who, can you move a little bit because I can't
And
see.
you remember?
I can't remember the context.
Заботиться.
Who cares for it more than you do, it will
Uh-huh.
change all this.
Look at the text, Vanya.
I'm looking.
Diana.
A small puppy may look like a suitable pet.
Mhm. Like a suitable pet, but don't forget that it will.
Grow.
Sasha?
You might not be able to get. I forgot.
Смириться.
I do not.
Put up.
Make
with.
up.
You put up with. Смириться с.
Put up with
up
a
with
very large dog that it's too big for its kennel.
Kennel. Uh-huh.
And
which-
which disturbing sleeping on your bed.
Which
Nobody
help
Insist.
insist
Ah,
on sleeping on your bed. Anya, nobody loves a.
Nobody loves
Disobedient pet. And Katya?
Perhaps why so many people go in for birds and fish. as
Go
pets.
in. Okay. Через день?
In
Is
a
it
day.
Every other day. That's the difference. When you say пойдем гулять через 2 дня, let's go in 2 days. When you speak about the future, you say in, okay? But if you speak about a periodical time, через день, то есть каждые 2 дня, you use this every other day, каждый другой день, every other day, okay? In just to mean в будущем, через какое-то время, через столько-то дней. But через периодичность, like how often, you would say every other day. This is important. Дружелюбно. Okay, the list needs the list. Предложил pick up after the party?
Suggested.
Or
Recommended.
offered? Suggest is only theory, only idea. Offer is already an action. Предложил забрать. So he offered to pick us up, to do something. Сделаю to demands. I'll do you ага. Сделать предложение?
make make an offer. Give an offer.
Сделаю предложение. To make an offer, you can't refuse. To make an offer. Сделать предложение. To make an offer. All right. Enjoy. I think we'll skip with this. Yeah, maybe just like we focus too much on the tenses. Essays. Those who did not write essay about a trip, I'm waiting for it by Saturday so I can have time to check them. Yeah, and I see you on Sunday at usual time, trying to think of something funny for you to do and announcing the Secret Santa on Saturday. Thank you. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.